Are you looking forward to the Tyson fight with Jake Paul?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you wish it was a sanctioned fight and not an exhibition like it's going to be?
No, because I would feel really bad for Jake Paul.
Floyd Mayweather has brutally warned Jake Paul to cancel his upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan, the outspoken podcaster known for his strong viewpoints, weighed in with his critical analysis of what he foresees in this unconventional clash for Tyson, who will be approaching his 58th year. This encounter carries immense significance and risk. Nonetheless, Rogan remains optimistic, believing that Mike Tyson possesses the finesse and determination necessary for the task at hand. During his podcast session, the seasoned 56-year-old host engaged in a lively dialogue with the renowned American comedian and actor Sebastian Maniscalco. The dynamic of their exchange shifted gears when they delved into discussions surrounding the grand Netflix spectacle. Amidst their conversation, a striking phrase emerged as they described the essence of the upcoming bout. Joe summarized the fight in a single line, calling it a real full-bore 100% fight. Joe Rogan was optimistic that the two competitors would enter the battle with their best foot forward. He noted it's not even an exhibition. It counts on their professional record. It's a professional fight. He did not lose sight of the fact that Tyson is 30 years older than his opponent, though, and that fact has played a significant role in the more permissive regulations. He added they made it 2-minute rounds cause Tyson's old, and they were going to do 16-0 gloves. But they're going for 14. Typically when heavyweights step into the ring, they lace up their 10-0 gloves and engage in a 12-round battle, each round lasting 3 minutes with a minute to catch their breath in between. However, this upcoming bout is shaking things up. It's scheduled for 8 rounds, each lasting 2 minutes with a full 2-minute break granted after every round. He used the last fight of Iron Mike with Roy Jones Jr. as an example to support his analysis. As previously stated, this is a professional bout. But this time Jones Jr., who was only 3 years Tyson's junior, was the obvious underdog. Tyson was terrifying in addition to being larger in stature, Rogan explained. I think the Roy Jones Jr. fight, they made an agreement to not punch in the head. I'm pretty sure because I watched that fight carefully many times. It never looked like he was targeting Roy's head, which makes sense why Roy agreed to do the fight that evening. Tyson surpassed all expectations by a landslide. He kept Jones on the defensive throughout the match from the outset. Tyson focused on attacking the body to diminish the speed advantage of his opponent, inflicting consistent damage with his former able power shots. The podcaster further added, Roy is a smaller person, much smaller. Roy was at his best when he was 168 pounds. And then when he was weighing 175 pounds, he didn't even have to cut weight. Roy was 168 pounds in his prime. He wasn't Mike Tyson's size. Mike Tyson's enormous. He's just a different mass. He's the width, the density. It's terrifying. Meanwhile, Vitor Belfort, the former UFC fighter who defeated Evander Holyfield, has minimized Mike Tyson's chances of winning his fight against Jake Paul. Belfort's experience in facing a boxer far removed from their prime is evident. He swiftly dispatched Holyfield, Tyson's one-time adversary, in a mere 109 seconds at the age of 58, mirroring the age of Iron Mike himself. The Brazilian disclosed that despite Holyfield's rigorous preparation and training, he proved to be no match for him. He anticipates a similar outcome when facing Tyson. Belfort said, when I fought Holyfield, he was very strong and very fit. But I was the better man on that night. If he hit me, I could have gone down. That is the nature of the sport. However, I hit him first. This fight feels more like an exhibition. And I don't think Mike is the same fighter he used to be. We know that Tyson has taken to social media, unveiling a captivating array of video snippets showcasing his unparalleled fitness and the sheer force behind his punches. This display comes in response to mounting inquiries regarding his readiness to step into the ring against Paul. However, UFC legend Henry Cejudo claims that Tyson will receive a $20 million salary only for entering the ring. With that in mind, Belfort claims the financial aspect is the only reason Tyson is keen to fight. He said it is good business for both fighters. They generate a lot of money for each other, which is good for the sport. But only Mike can answer that question. I don't think it would be a good idea if he only trained for this fight. A fighter always has to keep up a healthy lifestyle. I hope that he is. On the other hand, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Tony Bell all shared their thoughts on the fight and made some educated guesses about what they thought would happen individually. Sharing their thoughts, the trio of champions expressed their apprehensions, but also made their predictions clear. Bellew and Joshua both backed Jake Paul as the probable victor, whereas Fury sees the bout as evenly matched. Tony Bellew expressed his concerns regarding the highly anticipated bout in a recent statement. Bellew revealed his apprehensions about the significant age gap between the two fighters and the potential risks associated with Tyson's return to the ring against a much younger opponent. Bellew's unease stems from the fact that Tyson, at over 30 years older than Jake Paul, will be stepping back into the boxing ring to face off against a fighter from a different generation. The thought of Tyson, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time, engaging in a competitive bout against a much younger and less experienced opponent like Jake Paul, raises concerns about the potential for injury or harm. Bellew said, "I am worried about it personally. But listen, you don't know what's been agreed between the two. It's frightening that Mike Tyson is going back into a boxing ring against somebody who is more than 30 years younger than him." Acknowledging the uncertainty surrounding the details and agreements between Tyson and Paul, Bell expressed hope that the fight would be more of a spectacle or scripted entertainment, rather than a serious and potentially dangerous athletic competition. His concern primarily revolves around the well-being of Tyson, as he emphasizes his desire to avoid seeing the legendary boxer sustain any injuries during the fight. He added, "It's just a bit nuts. I'm hoping that the fight is a bit of a circus and a bit scripted, because I wouldn't want to see Mike get hurt in any way, shape, or form." Bell's remarks underscore the sentiment shared by many within the boxing community, who are apprehensive about the potential risks involved in Tyson's return to the ring at an advanced age. Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion, shared his thoughts on the much-discussed match. Joshua's remarks reflected a blend of concern for Tyson's well-being, acknowledgement of Paul's youth advantage, and support for the broader impact of influencer boxing on the sport. Expressing his reverence for Tyson's legacy in boxing, Joshua emphasized his hope for Tyson's health and safety during the upcoming bout. Given Tyson's advanced age and the physical toll of his years in the ring, Joshua's primary concern lies in ensuring that Tyson emerges from the fight UNSC regardless of the outcome. Joshua said, "Tyson is older now. I pray that he comes out healthy. I think Jake Paul wins because of youth. That's the only thing in assessing the matchup between Tyson and Paul." Joshua highlighted the factor of youth as a decisive advantage for Paul, recognizing Paul's relative youthfulness compared to the aging Tyson. Joshua speculated that Paul's vigor and vitality could tilt the scales in his favor. While Joshua refrained from making a definitive prediction, he acknowledged the significance of youth as a determining factor in the outcome of the bout. Transitioning to a broader discussion of influencer boxing, Joshua offered a nuanced perspective on its impact on the sport. Contrary to the skepticism expressed by some traditionalists within the boxing community, Joshua viewed influencer boxing as a positive force for the sport's growth and popularity. He noted that while purists may question the legitimacy of influencer boxing events, they undeniably attract a diverse audience and generate widespread interest in the sport. In Joshua's view, the influx of viewers and fans drawn to influencer boxing events ultimately benefits the entire boxing community by expanding the sport's reach and engaging new audiences. Influencer boxing events contribute to its overall growth and relevance in the modern landscape of entertainment and sports. He added, "I personally think that influencer boxing is really good. I think the boxing hardcores don't like it because they think, why are they disrespecting our sport? But I think that person brings all these people into boxing, which benefits everyone else. Everyone viewing helps." Tyson Fury also shared his perspective on the upcoming match, offering a candid appraisal of its significance for the sport of boxing. Fury's remarks reflected a pragmatic and open-minded attitude towards the unconventional matchup, acknowledging its potential to attract widespread attention and generate significant financial rewards for its participants. Fury began by characterizing the Tyson-Paul bout as a fantastic development for boxing, citing the involvement of two polarizing figures in the sport. On one side stands Mike Tyson, a revered legend whose name alone commands respect and admiration among fans worldwide. On the other side is Jake Paul, a YouTube sensation turned professional boxer whose unorthodox journey into the boxing world has captivated millions of followers and critics alike. In Fury's view, the collision of these two contrasting personalities within the boxing arena promises to create a spectacle unlike any other, drawing both devoted supporters and vocal detractors into the fray. While acknowledging the divisive nature of Jake Paul's presence in the sport, Fury emphasized the undeniable impact he has had in expanding boxing's reach to new audiences both online and offline.